The video, this is going to be Shay's 1 month baby update and also just a little life update about how things have been going since she's been born and how I'm doing postpartum. So today is April 8th and she was born on March 9th, so it's one day before she'll turn 1 month old. Here she is, so sweet. I have a bunch of notes on my phone, so I'm just gonna be referencing those. When Houston was a baby, our firstborn, I filmed a monthly update every month until he was 12 months old, so I plan to do the same for her. I also have a baby book for her. I really like this one, so I'm keeping track of the updates in this as well. So first I'll start about the star of the show and tell you guys how she's doing. She is the easiest baby. She's so just peaceful and blissful and predictable. And another funny thing about her is that she's a really clean baby. I'm not kidding you. She doesn't, I think she spit up one time. She rarely blows out. I think she's only had a few blowouts. She's not fussy with her diapers. She's just super chill, easygoing, laid back. And it's just funny because Houston was also a really easy baby, but definitely not as easy as her. And not that he was a hard baby at all, but he was a little temperamental with wet diapers and things. So she's just super, super chill. She is a really good eater. She's been a good eater since the beginning. We are exclusively breastfeeding right now. And she eats about every 3 to 4 hours, sometimes 2 during the day, but that's pretty rare. She does well at having full feed, so she can last a pretty long time. She's a good newborn sleeper, so she pretty much wakes up 2 times during the night. I would say somewhere in the 1 to 2 a.m. range, and then 5 to 6 a.m. range. And then her and I have kind of been in a bad habit of sleeping in a little bit, so I'm not quite ready to wake up for the day when she feeds at 6. So we go back to bed and then get up somewhere hopefully around 8, sometimes 9. So that's kind of been our routine. She had a 1-week appointment at exactly 1 week old, and she was past her birth weight, and I did weigh her on the scale today just with myself and then subtracting her weight, and I think she's about 10 pounds. She's gonna have her 1 month appointment coming up on Monday, so we'll find out, but I would say that's probably pretty accurate that she would be about 10 pounds. She's wearing 3-month clothing or 0 to 3. She really never wore any newborn clothing because she was born at 8 pounds. She is still in newborn diapers, but we're about to run out of our newborn diaper stash, so I think I will try switching her to size 1 and see how that goes. I think it should be okay. Her belly button little nub fell off at 13 days old, and at 9 days old we had newborn photos taken of her and with the whole family at the house, and that was fun. She did good with that. She's seems like she's falling asleep right now. Some things that she loves and doesn't like. She really loves the Snuggle Me Organic. I ordered that actually after she was born, kind of in a panic, because I noticed really quickly that she likes to be held and touched and by us a lot more than Houston did. And she likes to be in bed with us. She does sleep in her bassinet pack and play, but 1 or 2 stretches of the night she'll sleep in the Snuggle Me Organic next to us, and she absolutely loves that thing. I think it's like perfect to just nuzzle them if you have a baby that likes to be really snuggled and I guess a touchy-feely baby. So she loves that. She hasn't really liked the Baby Bjorn bouncer yet. I think that she will like that better once she's a little bit bigger and older, but she's not too much of a fan of that. And we've taken a few walks and been on a few outings. This month has been filled with visitors and people meeting her. Everybody just has been spoiling her and bringing her girl clothes because we didn't know the gender ahead of time. So she has a ton of girl clothes now and a ton of bows. She is a pacifier baby, so she likes a nookie. She prefers these Philips Soothy ones. And I just ordered her a few more actually in pink because all we had was these green ones. And we just gave her the Wubbanub yesterday and she loves that. She did start to get baby acne around 2.5 weeks, and it kind of flares up at certain times. So sometimes you can't really see it that good, and then sometimes it's really, really red. As far as I can tell, she doesn't really have any cradle cap yet, and I was trying to remember when that came with my son because he had it not too severe, but he had it right here. So we'll see if she ends up getting that. She has had some involuntary smiles, of course, like when she's sleeping, but yesterday she smiled at me for the first time where we were like looking at each other and I got her to smile, so that was pretty special and sweet. The last week or so, she has developed a little bit of a witching hour around like 8 p.m. It's when I feel like when she wants to go to bed for the day and start her nighttime, so she'll get a little bit fussy around then. And it's kind of hit or miss. Sometimes we can get her to just calm down pretty quick, but sometimes it lasts a little while. So that's pretty much the updates. She still has her dark brown hair and her eyes are still unknown of what color they're going to be. They just look like a dark gray right now, but she is pretty sweet and special. She has this little cute little gown on from Colored Organics. Okay, now I'm gonna just give a little update about our family since she's been born. So my husband went back to work full time the Monday after she was born, and my son, he's 2.5, and the plan was for him to still go to daycare like 3 to 4 days a week, just part-time. And in this last month, we've had sickness come and go through the household, which is actually been pretty challenging just with her being a newborn. So I would say when she was a week old, my son started getting sick with like cough, runny nose, and an on and off fever. So he was out of daycare for a whole week because of that. So my husband was working and it was me with the 2 kids, which I know for some people isn't a big deal, but for me, like not being a stay-at-home mom, I work, so, and then having a newborn and a toddler, it was pretty hard. And then after he got better from that, I got his cold and was run down and tired and I still have like a clogged ear from that. And then after like I was getting better, my son got a stomach bug or the flu, we don't know, but it lasted 5 days and he was throwing up. And meanwhile, all this is going on and we're trying to protect her and keep her healthy and so that she didn't get anything, because obviously a newborn getting sick can be scary. And so we were trying to keep my son away from her as much as possible and keep the house intact and keep my sanity, and yeah, just taking care of a newborn and a toddler. So luckily we have a lot of support with family and people would help if we asked, and my husband is working from home so he could step in and help here and there as much as he can. And on the days that he does go to, my son goes to daycare, my husband does bring him. So like when we're in routine, things are good and easy, but the last month of having the sickness in our house has not been ideal, but I'm hopeful that we're on the mend and can have that behind us. And then, of course, with Houston, he loves and adores his sister and is so sweet and caring and loving towards her. But being a toddler and having a huge life adjustment and a new person in the world and the household, it's been challenging for him, which is, I know, is really normal that toddlers can act out or regress. And definitely with him being sick and the big life change, it's been a tough thing with him. Just things that were easy became difficult, like bedtime and meals and just normal stuff, just his behavior. But I think every day seems like it's getting better and he's getting more used to just the change. And we did get I'm a Big Brother Now book, and we read that to him a lot, and it seems like that kind of like helps make him excited about everything. And he's definitely super like helpful when he does talk to the baby, or tries to be super helpful. But he's so funny, he'll do a little imitation. He'll say, "Oh, Do you want your nookie? Baby? Baby? Yeah? No? You want it? What? No? And talks to her like that in a little baby voice. It's so cute. So that's pretty much the family update. And then as far as my postpartum update, things are going well. The biggest part, I would say, my postpartum is breastfeeding and getting that all figured out. I was overproducing and very engorged up until like 3 weeks, which was challenging and painful, and I was trying to just manage that. I did use the Haka breast pump a lot, and not because I felt like I was trying to collect milk or store milk, but because I felt like I had to. And so now I'm down to only needing to use that like once a day. But we do have a big freezer stash now. I would say probably like 200 ounces, which is nice that I have that. But of course, that beginning of going through that engorgement and painful stage is a lot. So I'm feeling pretty good, and sleep deprivation seems like it's a little easier this time around, just because mentally I know what to expect, and versus the first time around. She just knocked out. Yeah, so I think that, of course, being postpartum, you're super emotional and tired, and so all those things are, of course, playing into factor, but overall I would say I'm doing pretty good, and breastfeeding has kind of worked itself out, and we've got that like leveled out now, which is really nice. And physically I'm feeling pretty good. I think I ended up gaining like 28 pounds and I've lost 20, but I know that of course a lot of that is just like leaving the hospital and things, so I'm just trying to drink a lot of water and eat healthy-ish, or more healthy than I was now that I'm not pregnant anymore. And I think that's pretty much all of the update that I wanted to share. We love Shay. The last month has been so fun having her in the family and a part of our life. Hi, pretty. All right, we'll see you guys in the next update for her 2-month update. Say bye, Shay.